When love, loyalty, and fame collide, scandals are bound to erupt. For years, fans believed Fat Joe and Remy Ma shared nothing more than an unbreakable brother-sister bond. They built an empire together in hip-hop, supported each other through thick and thin, and became one of rap's most powerful duos. But now, shocking whispers are shaking the very foundation of that legacy. Papoose, Remy Ma's husband and the man who stood by her through prison time and career struggles, has reportedly discovered old hotel footage linking Remy and Fat Joe in ways no one ever imagined. Was this just a misunderstood moment between close friends or the biggest betrayal in hip-hop history? Today, we dive deep into the story that has fans questioning loyalty, love, and truth itself. Buckle up, because this revelation is about to shake the culture. The hip-hop world has always been fueled by rumors, drama, and shocking revelations, but what we're about to uncover may be one of the most scandalous stories of all time. For decades, Fat Joe and Remy Ma stood side by side as one of rap's most powerful duos. From the iconic lean-back era to their unforgettable performances in front of sold-out crowds, their chemistry was undeniable. Fans admired their relationship, believing it was rooted in nothing but friendship, mutual respect, and musical brilliance. But in the shadows, whispers have grown louder, and the discovery of old hotel footage by Papoose has sparked a firestorm that could forever change how the world views this trio. To truly understand the weight of this alleged betrayal, we must revisit the history between Fat Joe and Remy Ma. Joe wasn't just her collaborator, he was her mentor. When Remy first stepped into the rap game, it was Joe who gave her the spotlight, introducing her to the Terror Squad family. Together, they created timeless records, bonded like siblings, and built a brand that seemed untouchable. Fans often praised Joe for his loyalty, standing by Remy during her prison sentence and supporting her career revival when many in the industry had turned their backs. That kind of loyalty was rare, and it made their bond appear unbreakable. But in the world of fame, perception and reality often collide. Behind the glitz and glam, relationships are far more complex. Sources now claim that Joe and Remy may have shared more than just a professional connection. For years, industry insiders whispered about their closeness, late-night studio sessions, private meetings, and undeniable chemistry on stage. But the rumors never had hard evidence until now. Enter Papoose. Known for being one of the most loyal husbands in hip-hop, Papoose has stood firmly beside Remy Ma through her darkest moments. He defended her publicly, raised their family while she was incarcerated, and celebrated her freedom with unconditional love. To many, Papoose represented the ideal partner, unwavering, patient, and devoted. But even the strongest man has his limits, and according to insiders, he stumbled upon something he was never supposed to see: old hotel footage. The footage, reportedly recorded years ago, allegedly shows Remy and Fat Joe entering and leaving a hotel room together during a time when their professional relationship was at its peak. At first glance, it might appear innocent to close friends, perhaps discussing business in private. But context is everything. Why would two industry veterans who could easily meet in an office or studios use a secluded hotel room? Why would there be no record of a professional meeting? No cameras, no entourage, just the two of them behind closed doors. For Papoose, the discovery must have felt like a knife to the heart. This wasn't just about a wife and her rumored affair, this was about trust, loyalty, and family. Papoose had built his entire marriage on the foundation of unshakable loyalty. To think that Remy could have betrayed him with someone he trusted, admired, and even performed alongside in the industry, it's a wound that cuts deeper than words can describe. But here's where the story gets even more complicated. Some fans argue that this so-called footage may not tell the full story. Was it really what it appeared to be? Could the encounter have been strictly professional, blown out of proportion by gossip-hungry insiders? Or is it possible that the footage was planted, a setup by rivals in the industry aiming to dismantle one of hip-hop's most respected couples? In hip-hop, power isn't just measured in record sales, it's measured in perception. The narrative surrounding an artist can make or break their career. If this alleged affair proves true, it wouldn't just tarnish Remy Ma's reputation as a loyal wife. It could destroy her marriage with Papoose and her long-standing friendship with Fat Joe. For Joe, the fallout could be equally devastating. He has long branded himself as a loyal big brother to Remy, someone who guided her through the toughest moments of her life. To have that image shattered by accusations of betrayal would be catastrophic, not just personally but professionally. The streets are already buzzing with theories. Some say Papoose is quietly building a case, waiting for the right moment to confront Remy and possibly go public. Others believe this discovery could spark one of the ugliest breakups in hip-hop history, but then, there are those who think the entire situation might be nothing more than smoke and mirrors, a distraction planted by rivals to create chaos in the culture. Regardless of the truth, one thing is certain: the footage exists, and Papoose has seen it. His reaction, however, remains a mystery. Will he expose the footage to the world, or will he handle the betrayal behind closed doors to protect his family and legacy? As fans, we're left in limbo. Do we cling to the image of Fat Joe and Remy Ma as an unbreakable duo built on trust? Or do we accept the possibility that beneath the music and loyalty lies a secret affair that could destroy everything they've built? The hip-hop community is watching closely, and the stakes couldn't be higher. What makes this story even more powerful is the timing. With Remy Ma recently working to rebuild her career, and Papoose continuing to brand himself as the ultimate family man, a scandal of this magnitude could derail everything. And for Fat Joe, who has worked hard to maintain his reputation as a loyal figure in the industry, this could be the biggest test of his legacy. This isn't just another rumor, it's a story that could redefine hip-hop's power dynamics, a scandal that questions the meaning of loyalty, marriage, and friendship in an industry already plagued by betrayal. And if the footage is ever released publicly, the fallout would be nuclear. For now, the world waits, holding its breath. But one thing is clear: whether innocent or guilty, Fat Joe, Remy Ma, and Papoose will never be looked at the same way again. When news of the alleged hotel footage began spreading, the hip-hop community erupted in disbelief. Social media lit up instantly, Twitter threads ran wild, Instagram blogs reposted the rumor non-stop, and YouTube commentators dissected every frame they could get their hands on. Fans split into two camps: those who believed the story without question, and those who defended Remy Ma and Fat Joe with unwavering loyalty. For many fans, the biggest shock wasn't the idea of Remy possibly betraying Papoose, it was the idea of Fat Joe being involved. Joe has long been considered one of the most loyal, trustworthy figures in hip-hop. He's known for standing by his people through thick and thin, never abandoning his crew, and always looking out for those who looked out for him. If these allegations turn out to be true, it would completely redefine his image, turning him from a loyal mentor into a man capable of betrayal. Let's not forget, Remy Ma and Fat Joe's relationship goes back over 2 decades. They built a reputation as family, not lovers. Joe called her his sister, and Remy often described him as her protector. Which is why, if this scandal is true, the betrayal isn't just personal, it's public. It's the kind of twist that makes fans question whether anything in the industry is truly authentic. But here's where things get even darker. Insiders claim that this alleged affair may not have been a one-time occurrence. Some suggest it stretched on for months, possibly years, before Papoose even knew. If that's the case, it means that while Papoose was writing love letters to his wife during her prison sentence, and while he was publicly praising Fat Joe for supporting her career, there may have been an entirely different story unfolding behind closed doors. Imagine being Papoose. You dedicate years of your life to supporting your partner. You raise your children while she's away, you defend her in every interview, and you protect her reputation at all costs. And then, after all of that, you stumble upon footage that suggests your wife may have betrayed you with the very man you trusted the most. It's not just a betrayal of marriage, it's a betrayal of brotherhood, friendship, and respect. Naturally, fans are demanding answers. Has Papoose confronted Remy Ma? Has he spoken to Fat Joe? And perhaps most importantly, what will he do with the footage? Some insiders claim he's keeping it close, trying to protect his family from a public implosion. Others say he's furious and considering going public, letting the world see the footage for themselves. Meanwhile, Remy Ma has remained unusually quiet on the subject. No official statements, no denials, no fiery Instagram lives shutting down the rumor mill. For someone as outspoken as Remy, the silence speaks volumes. Some fans think she's waiting for the storm to pass, hoping the gossip cycle will move on. Others see her silence as a confirmation that there's something to hide. And then there's Fat Joe. Known for being bold and unfiltered, Joe has also stayed silent. That silence, combined with Remy's, has only poured gasoline on the fire. In the world of hip-hop, silence is rarely innocent, it's strategic, which leaves fans wondering, are Joe and Remy protecting themselves because the rumors are true? Or are they ignoring it because they know it's false and doesn't deserve their energy? Another layer to this scandal is the impact it could have on their careers. Remy Ma has spent years rebuilding her reputation after prison, carefully positioning herself as both a respected MC and a loyal wife. If this scandal explodes, it could erase years of progress, painting her as disloyal not only to Papoose but to the fans who believed in her redemption story. Fat Joe, on the other hand, risks losing his legacy as a loyal figure in hip-hop. Betrayal is a stain that doesn't wash out easily in the court of public opinion. But here's the twist. Some fans believe Papoose may not expose the footage at all. Why? Because doing so could destroy everything he's built with Remy, including their family. As painful as the betrayal may be, Papoose has always shown himself to be family first. Could he really risk exposing something that would not only destroy his marriage but also damage their child's life and future? This moral dilemma is where the drama intensifies. On the flip side, others believe Papoose might actually use the footage strategically, not to destroy, but to control. In other words, by holding on to the footage, he keeps power in the situation. Remy and Joe would know he has evidence, and that knowledge alone could shift dynamics in ways the public never sees. Of course, this is hip-hop and nothing stays secret forever. If the footage exists, it's only a matter of time before someone leaks it, and if that happens, the fallout would be catastrophic. Fans would demand explanations, friendships would end, and legacies would be questioned. The internet has a way of making scandals go viral instantly, and this one would be no exception. So what happens next? The future of this story depends on three people: Papoose, Remy Ma, and Fat Joe. Each of them holds power to either escalate or shut down the rumors. If they deny it together, fans might move on. If Papoose exposes the footage, it could destroy everything. And if they remain silent much longer, the internet will continue to write the narrative for them. This isn't just gossip, it's a moment that could redefine three hip-hop legacies forever. Whether truth or rumor, one thing is certain: fans will never look at Fat Joe, Remy Ma, and Papoose the same way again. At the end of the day, the truth always finds its way to the surface. Whether this alleged footage is real or nothing more than a rumor, one thing is clear: the hip-hop world is watching closely. Fans want answers, and silence will only fuel more questions. Is this the end of one of hip-hop's most powerful marriages? Could it shatter one of the longest friendships in the game? Or will Remy Ma, Papoose, and Fat Joe find a way to silence the noise and reclaim control of their story? What do you believe? Is this scandal real, or just another rumor gone wild? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explosive updates, because this story is only just beginning.